Need a break from these types of games. Could some company out there just make a game about a mole that delivers mail? So this is the fabled parallel universe RadHead, huh? Well, you want to play mail mole, don't you? No! After dealing with the painful mess that was Sonic X on the Leapster, I thought to myself, hey, why don't I play a good game? A game that not many people talk about. A obscure but pretty good 3D platformer. That's right, get out your high-end gaming PCs, cause we're gonna play Space Jam. Wait. It's not even on. What? Wait. Something ain't right here. I was gonna sit down and play Mail Mole, not Space Jam. Am I being controlled or something, or? No, that has to be a joke, right? Like, I can't possibly be controlled, because mind control isn't a thing, right? No. What are you doing? No. No. No! Really gonna miss you. Were the absolute peak jokes in the early RadHead episodes. I still used you from time to time, but I really think it became an overused joke. Like, I didn't want something like this to ever happen to me. I'm an absolute monster for doing that. I don't know why I never did any of that in the first place. Like, instead of flowers, I thought it would be a better choice than you talking like this. But I never thought that. This still blows my mind that this happened, but I just, here, take the pocket right now. You were an absolute legend. Well, I guess since I got no game to needlessly mock anymore, I'm not a good game reviewer, huh?
Yo, I think I actually have the game that could help you through your little issue you're having.
Okay, and what is that?
Well, have you tried any of the Space Jam games?
Wait, they turned Space Jam into a video game?
Yeah, haven't you heard? There's a game on the PS1 to tie in with the first Space Jam they made. And then, oddly enough, Microsoft decided to take that and made a second one as an Xbox exclusive.
Ooh, I must play these. Thanks, random person that I do not know.
No problem, sir, mythical, Raddy, Radhead. I gotta get back to gaming on my very new and very expensive LG TV now. See you later. No, not my sealed copy of Space Jam for the PlayStation 4 2069.
Well, that was pretty random. Anyways, how bad can these games possibly be? Space Jam was a movie that Warner Bros. Released on November 15th, 1996 to, I think, acclaim. Okay, now the movie isn't known as a masterpiece exactly, but honestly, it's a fun time. When 5-year-old me saw Looney Tunes and Michael Jordan's god-tier acting, I already loved the movie. I understand people hate on it, but I can full-on, unironically say that it is one of my favorite movies. And when I heard that there was a sequel, I was like, this ain't filled with mayo. But then it came out. If I'm being honest here, New Legacy has just too many product placements and honestly feels like more of a Warner Bros. Advertisement than a movie. It isn't entirely bad though. I really liked the whole movie up until they played basketball because of how cool it was to see these crossovers. But after all that happens and the basketball game starts, it just feels more forced than anything. So when I found out there was a Space Jam game on PS1, I pretty much had that exact same childlike wonder and confusion I did before. Like, bro, a Looney Tunes NBA Jam clone game sounds amazing. And then there's also another Space Jam game on Xbox, which is styled after a classic beat-em-up. Both of these games honestly sound pretty good. Not perfect, but still a decent time. Now I'm struggling to find the Space Jam PS1 game, since I literally cannot find it anywhere. I don't use eBay. So I'm just gonna do what IGN does and show footage, then give it a 7 out of 10. Space Jam came out in 1996 as a sort of companion to the movie, and it was on the PS1. From what I see, it doesn't look half bad. It's a standard-looking arcade basketball game, but you have Looney Tunes characters in it too, and the movement looks good as well. Even the sprites don't look half bad either. This really does look like a solid game, and I'm pretty sad I couldn't find a copy anywhere since I'm a boomer and refuse to use eBay because it's a scam! Oh, also, I forgot to mention that it seems like this game has small minigames as well, which don't look as good as the basketball. Why I'm interested in a basketball game? I don't know. I usually don't have interest in sports. I might need therapy. 7 out of 10. Alright, so that game actually seems to be a pleasant surprise somehow. But what about the Xbox One exclusive Space Jam 2 game? Okay, I already brought this up, but I want to go into more detail. Space Jam 2 is a sequel to the hit Space Jam 1 and received review scores of... It exists. Just like the first movie, it ended up getting a video game and a bunch of tie-in toys. The tie-in toys are mainly used for... Lebron probably saw those videos and regretted ever being in Space Jam 2, and then he probably also took his kids' phones and burned them.
Welcome to the Space Jam!
Space Jam: A New Legacy, the game, is a retro-inspired arcade beat-em-up released exclusively for the Xbox One and Series X in 2021. So yes, when someone says PlayStation has better exclusives, you can clap back because these losers don't have the Funni Lebron game. Now, the big question you're probably wondering is how the gameplay here is. Well, it's a retro-inspired beat-em-up. It really doesn't have anything remarkable about it besides the fact it's a cool little bonus with Xbox Game Pass. This game is solid, but it gets repetitive pretty fast. The cool part about all this, though, is that the game was made as a contest, actually. Microsoft was basically like, can you make games for me? I'm scared. And I guess a beat-em-up won over my fantastic idea of an interactive movie where LeBron James tries to get into the Warner Bros. Tower, but the problem is he has to dodge angry DC fans. My main reason I think they ignored me was because Telltale was too busy going bankrupt. Overall, I would give this game a 5 out of 10. I don't like it, but I also don't hate it. Anyways, both of those games are actually pretty decent. I would recommend you actually go check them out, which is something I usually never do with these tie-in games. Anyways, I gotta go find out why I destroyed those 2 copies of Sneak King, despite never intending to in any way, shape, or form.